John, you've got to be pleased with that performance this afternoon. You know, a whole host of records have tumbled in the club's history books.
Well, I felt that it's been a difficult week this week because it was difficult how to approach it, because I've had people like you, Mick, and others saying, you know, how many points you're going to beat them by, are you going to try and wipe the points difference out, so on and so forth. And what we tried to do was take that out of the equation and just concentrate on what we feel would split them open with our processes of playing the game. And I thought the players were really good, and they were very disciplined with ball in hand, and that allowed us to split them open at the appropriate time. And I'm really pleased with what they've served up in what could have been a difficult situation, because they were in a lose-lose situation. Sure, we'd have won by 60 or 80, that people would have seen it as a moral defeat after last week, but I think they now see it that it's been a pretty good riposte, and a very well disciplined with ball in hand riposte as well. When
you look back to last week, a 55 to 60 minute performance, your words, John, what would you describe today's performance?
I think we've had 95% of what we wanted to do today, so there's still little scratchy bits where we got a bit excited and we went away from it, but that's understandable. So, you know, I aren't making excuses for them, but I do understand the reasons behind that. But there's very little else they can do, because as we've intimated, they've nearly wiped out what York gained upon us. Especially, I think York have only won by 2, haven't they, at Hunslet? So, you know, if you put our win at Hunslet against York's win at Hunslet, well, we've done all right. So yeah, we're okay. So really pleased with the players today.
I mean, how do you coach these sort of games, John, where every other set there's a try and the scoreboard's racing away?
Well, it's all done in the week, you know. I mean, the players knew what we tried to do when we received the ball in certain situations, and they executed it really well. I thought it was a very well disciplined and a pretty complete performance. And I think what we said, I said I didn't want a sloppy, scruffy performance where I could say, oh, 3 or 4 players have had 8 out of 10 games, they brought the game home. I wanted it to be an all-round performance from the 17 men, and I think we got that. And it's just good. I keep saying this, and I honestly believe it. I still think we've got more in our tank, and I still think we're getting better. And I think that's the exciting thing for me as a coach. And it certainly should be an exciting thing for the players, but also for the fans as well, because I think we're not playing our best rugby yet, and I think get to the 3/4 of the way through the season, I'm thinking that we'll be a pretty good rugby league team.
You mentioned a team performance. I think that was emphasised by the fact that the first 10 try scorers were all different individuals, John.
Yeah, I didn't realise that, but yeah, I mean, it's you know, I mean, they can all play, you know, they can all play, and it's good to see that, and so long as it's within our structure. But I really liked the decision making today, when to take short side, when to use an inside ball, when to use a backman play and go wide. I thought there were some very clever, well disciplined decisions made today, and it's pleasing to see.
Brandon Pickersgill off the nude run, 2 tries.
About time, isn't it? So yeah, yes, he's done well as Brandon. I mean, you know, today he's played standoff half, and then we moved him to fullback, and yeah, he's a good rugby league player, and he's getting better. I think he reflects how the group's going, and he's getting better. But I also think, you know, it wasn't just Brandon, it was 17 men there who were really good.
And John, some comments on the goal kicking from Dane Chisholm, because he's broken the record held by Yestin Harris and also John Woods.
Yeah, how many did he kick today?
21.
20 out of 21.
20 out of 21.
Yeah.
That's pretty good goal kicking. Yeah, because if they're all under the post, you can say, well, yeah, I expect that. But I mean, he's nailed some from wide out on the sideline and on his wrong side as well for a right-footed kicker. So it's pretty impressive. Not bad for the second choice.
I was going to say, as he the second choice, I mean, presumably Mr. Kear will be sat there sort of kicking himself, thinking if only I was fit to be out there. Is that a bit of a, when they're both out there, is it still going to be Kear's as your first choice?
Well, we used to get out there first as Joe, you know, because Joe's got a back problem that he's going for a scan this week, right. And you know, he wouldn't be able to kick goals today, believe you me. You know, there was no way he was anywhere near fit to play today, yeah. Which is why I'm so pleased that the people who ran the show, the pivots, the half-backs, did a really good job and a disciplined job with it.
again, as we said, with a lot of players when they're out injured, you've got the cover there now, and it's nice not to have to push anyone back in before they're...
No, and I mean Steve Crossley, we rested Steve today because his back stiffened up, went into spasm. He's been released now, so he's fully fit and he'll be available to play against London. So I've got some tough decisions again because I thought young Vila came in and did a good job. So it's good. It's good. I like decisions like that.
And James Laithwaite, John, the loan extended till the end of the season.
Yeah, that's good. That's I'm really pleased about that. I mean, Toronto have been very good with us with regard to James, and he's with us full time. He's just training. It's not having a Toronto player who trains at Toronto the first half of the week, then joins us. He's with us all the time. Now, I think that shows he's really bought into being part of the group, and he really enjoys being in the group, and the group like him as well. So. Yeah, I think it'd be a really good acquisition, and I think he's shown that not only today, but in his other. I mean, I thought his best performance for Doncaster. I thought it was really, really good against Doncaster. So we know we've got a good player, and he's here for the rest of the year.
I mean, Bradford Bulls in League One, we were always going to be under the microscope. I mean, there's a lot of talk about the rebuilding job that you're doing here, John, but that just doesn't stay with the first team. I mean, the curtain raiser, the under-19s, they've gone back-to-back 2 home wins on the bounce, and some eye-catching performances from players like Matty Staunton and Ryan Butterworth.
Yeah, there's some good players there, and they're getting better. But let's not forget the reserves yesterday. They're undefeated at the minute, and there's young men in that team who are really working hard and trying to grab a first team shirt. So we're in a good place at the minute, but obviously it is part of the rebuild. It's we're rebuilding the playing side right the way through, and there's lots of work to be done yet. It's nice to be acknowledged that we're doing okay at the minute, but we realise we can get even better.
And what's your current feeling of the situation?
With regards
to the whole club?
It's very positive. I think Andrew Chalmers has done a great job. He's a very hands-on owner. You can speak to him about anything, and he supports you in every way that he possibly can, but he's also prudent as well. He don't give money away, he makes sure money's earned, and that's why you get a good team, and we're pretty pleased with where we are.